singing, hey mama, don't stress your mind, we coming home tonight.
Well, we have two memorial days. One taking place today for commemorating the Holocaust, and the other one is actually next week, Memorial Day for Israeli fallen soldiers and victims of terrorism. And it's not a coincidence that these two are actually coming so close together. So, Yom HaZikaron, I don't know what is happening to the colors of the projector, but I hope that you can still see. So Yom HaZikaron, the Israel Memorial Day, is dedicated to commemorating the country's soldiers, members of security forces, and victims of terrorism. And we mark it 1 week after the Holocaust Remembrance Day and 2 weeks after Passover. It will take place next week on Wednesday. That means that all places of entertainment will be closed. Ceremonies commemorating the fallen will take place on Tuesday evening and on Wednesday morning. Flags will be held. Flags will be raised to half-staff. And this week, today, you heard a 2-minute siren in the morning. Next week, there will be 2 sirens. One siren at Tuesday at 8 p.m. and the next siren on Wednesday at 11 a.m. If you remember in the beginning, in one of the presentation, I think the first presentation, when we learned about Israel, and I told you about Israel, we talked about how each and every person in Israel joins the army, how it is mandatory to join the army in Israel. And because of that, there is hardly one person that you will find that can tell you, no, I don't know anyone who we commemorate during Memorial Day. Each and every one of us have a family member, a neighbor, a friend, someone that he knew that died during one of the wars in Israel, or that died in a terrorist attack in Israel. You're a country that suffered a lot of losses. So this day means a lot for all of us. During this day, each and every one of us goes to ceremony, goes to the cemetery. The Israeli Commemoration Day, the Israeli Memorial Day for the fallen soldiers and victims of terrorism is followed directly by the Independence Day. Now this union of those 2 days, one day, a day of grief, a day of being sad, a day of thinking about our loved ones that we lost, and then right the next day, and when I'm saying the next day, you need to understand something. In the Jewish tradition, a day starts at night. That means that if today is Thursday, that means that Friday actually starts tonight. When the sun goes down and the first stars appear in the sky, Friday actually starts. Okay? That means that when we are celebrating Independence Day, we are starting it in the evening on the same day when in the morning we went to the cemeteries crying and feeling sorry and grieving for our loved ones. In the evening we are starting to celebrate the independence of our country. Now this union between those 2 days was, well, in the beginning a lot of people opposed it, a lot of people thought that it was not correct, but the reason we do it is because we owe this country to those people who died. They fought and died for this country so that it can become a country, so that we can actually celebrate our independence. So we are linking those 2 days together. And if you remember, in 1948, Israel first Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion, he publicly read the Declaration of Independence, and the anniversary of this date on the Jewish calendar is what we call Yom HaAtzmaut, the Independence Day of Israel. So today we are commemorating the Holocaust and the victim of the Holocaust. Next week we will commemorate our fallen soldiers, friends, loved ones who fought for this country and died for it. And you need to understand, and I want you to one last thing to say. World War II ended in 1945. A lot of people kept asking themselves, 6 million Jewish people died during the Holocaust. How many of them could we save if there was a state of Israel before? If during World War II there was a state of Israel, how many Jewish people could we save? And this is one of the reasons that actually pushed towards the independence of Israel. Because so many Jewish people died during the Holocaust, the nations around us realized the Jewish people need to have a country, need to have a safe home where they will be free. So when we are celebrating Independence Day, we are thankful for so many people who lost their lives so that we can be here and celebrate. So I really hope that I will take you back to what I said at the end of the presentation about the Holocaust. Actions begin with words. Everything we say counts. And the Holocaust started with just one person with a crazy idea. And he just talked. He started as